This the TempahZone Podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you listening to this podcast right here, it is episode 57 of the TempahZone Podcast with your host, me, Amir Max, and that's all facts, a.k.a. Mr. Versatile, a.k.a. Young Steven A. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest here, it's late on a Sunday night, but we made it happen because, we got to get this content out here for y'all, all right? I got another dope artist on the podcast, man, straight out of Cambridge, you know what I'm saying? He's a rapper and a singer. He's got the hip-hop vibe. He's got the R&B vibe. Like, your style is just, like, no one's doing the style the way you are, man. I'm being for real, man. I got Lizzle4 in the building, man. How you doing?
God bless. Thank you guys for having me here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to have you on. You know, it's funny. I just met you a couple weeks ago at Wonder Bar.
It was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago, man. But just off the rip of what I heard there, I was like, yeah, man. The name sounded familiar, and I realized we were already like following each other on IG. Yes, so sir. Yeah, man, like I was really vibing with your sound. I just want to know, man, like who are some artists that like just growing up you looked up to get to the sound you're at right now.
Man, growing up, I feel like I listen to a little bit of everybody.
That definitely shows in the music,
Yep.
Taken from other people all around. So
yeah, for sure. But I'll say like big influences growing up. Lil Wayne, obviously I feel like we, I'm a little bit older, so like in high school, that's all we were listening to, the Lil Wayne mixtapes.
Lil Wayne had a reign, bro.
Yeah, no, he did. For about, I'll say like 7 to 8 years, he was just a guy, and then it kind of transitioned, so that's where I'm hearing all the rap from. Then, Meek Mill obviously comes into the game, another fast rapper that, I kind of got a lot of my rapping style from.
That aggression,
Then all of a sudden, Drake comes into the game and he kind of, throws a wrench in the game with the singing and rapping, and I really kind of modeled a lot of, the idea of kind of how he releases his music and, what are these albums sounding like, and like, how do you really make your album go, the whole way? And it's by having, R&B tracks, having hip hop tracks, having a little bit of something that everybody can gravitate towards. Not everyone may love the whole album, and I'm cool with that, but as long as somebody, everyone's able to listen and be like, oh, I like this, that means that they may be a potential returning listener. You know what I mean? And that's, that's the most important thing. But if I'm only rap, that people that want to hear R&B music, they may not gravitate towards my music. If I just, sing, my friends are like, yo, you singing too much, blah, blah. So, I come with the crawfish challenge, this week.
Yeah, show them some bars. Let them know,
Show them some bars, because I kind of stepped away. Not even stepped away. It was just, that was the focus of Ocean View, really making kind of a radio-ready album,
Definitely, yeah.
And I feel like we accomplished that. But this year, 2020, definitely really focused on, getting back in my bag and really tapping in on this rap stuff.
For sure, man. Yeah, bro. I mean, you definitely, I definitely get the Drake vibe from you. And, it's funny. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to admit that, like, Drake is, like, one of their big, like, influences because of his popularity. But it's like, well, that's why we're influenced by him, because he's so popular. Like, he's popular for a reason. Like,
people are silly. Like, I'm someone that gravitates towards the guys that, that are great.
You're talking about the art. Yeah, like, like obviously the popularity is one thing, but when you mention the art and what Drake has been putting out, and how consistent he is, like,
yeah, exactly.
You can't knock it.
It's like LeBron James. Like, that's my favorite basketball player.
Yeah,
and like I feel like they're always looking for, who's this next person? Like, the guy's been in the league for almost 20 years, and this is been like his best season right now. And it's like, we're always looking for somebody to kind of dethrone, the guys that are at the top. Oh, Luka Doncic and, Giannis and da-da-da-da. And it's like, yo, like, we're not even embracing this guy and like how long he's really been doing it, because we're always looking
for the next one
to replace, our greatest person right here. So, when I see that, and then I look at the numbers and I look at the public perception of, the overall, there's the kind of people that are chatting.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you really look at these guys, they're bringing, consistent greatness to the game,
And you got to appreciate it. Like, there's no reason to hate on it. A lot of people hate on the greatness, man. It's like, I got to say Tom Brady. Like, people love to hate on Tom Brady, man. It's like, he's
great.
But he's, 6-time Super Bowl champion. You can't deny it.
He's great.
I respect greatness. Like, like with Kobe, like, I mean, a lot of people hated Kobe. But I mean, like, I respected him. Like he always won. Like
see, and that's the thing. Like when you're growing up, they try to make you pick a team. So see, like growing up, I liked Dwayne Wade, so I couldn't like Kobe. Or I didn't like LeBron for a long time, and it's like as I got older and was able to formulate my own opinion, I'm like, man, all of these guys are great at different things. Mm-hmm. So once you're able to embrace everybody's greatness and what they're bringing to the table, then that's gonna just give you a leg up on everybody. Because if you're sitting there hating on Kobe, you're never gonna watch his highlight to him shimmy and turn around jump shot. He was doing, because it's like if that's a move that he's using to win, you need to be able to take that move and add it to your arsenal. But if you're so worried about hating someone because whatever XYZ reasoning, all you're doing is shutting yourself off from opportunities to learn and get better. So, we got to just appreciate everybody's greatness and, everything going before us and, to really evolve into the great artist that we're supposed to be one day.
Boom, man. I feel that, bro. Yeah, there's not enough time for hating because we can always take from others, like just what you were saying there. There's always something that we can learn, and like there's just no need for it, man. It's a waste of energy. It really is. Like, but I want to ask you about Ocean View, man. You dropped that back in July. What was the meaning behind the title? Why Ocean View?
Man, so
it's a very deep title. I hear that, I'm like, damn. Okay.
I'll be honest. We were kind of sitting on Ocean View and all of those songs since probably 2015. Mixed, master, recorded. I just didn't have an idea of how to release it.
Wait, so you were holding on to this music for 4 years?
Yeah, about
like some of the songs, right?
So like 2016, like 2015, we were writing everything. 2016, it was all recorded, and I've just had it in my iTunes. Like my next album, like I could say songs to you right now, like Around Me, By My Side, With the Slaps, Rack It Up. Like my next project that's coming out in like a year and a half is already done. Yeah, but So like, I work on the music and then we'll come with the packaging of, the titles and stuff like that. But, me and my love over there, we went to Jamaica this past year, and,
Jamaica's always a good vacation, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamaica, man.
And we got to really, just experience that ocean view for the first time. I've traveled, but I've never traveled like that, so to really, experience that ocean view. Earlier in the year, we losing Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Man. That's just, it's ridiculous. And to, when he was alive, I didn't really embrace his music enough and the things that he was saying and the things that he was doing. So,
especially
that's
the stuff he was doing.
And that's like the huge part, because I feel like, what he was doing for his community is very similar to what I was, the things that I was doing, and the fact that I was, he's always Ocean View. Small circle, that's the chosen few. It's like, and to keep hearing that, and then to be able to experience it, it's like, man, like I'm out here with this ocean view. Like I feel like I can, kind of carry on that tradition of Black excellence.
Bro.
So once we're out there, in Jamaica, with just loving life, I'm like, man, like
taking some red stripe.
Got some fire pictures and stuff out there, and then it's like, man, we. That's the that's the album right there. Like I couldn't think of anything else, and I was like, what? This is how we're rolling it out. And it was supposed to come out a month before on my birthday, June 3rd. But
sometimes it's hard to plan at the right day.
I'll be honest, like I kind of got nervous. Like it's my first project. I ain't never touched Spotify, Apple Music, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I just know that I love to rap. I love to sing. I love to make music. So when
hell yeah, man.
Once you do the Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff, you kind of lose, that personal feeling of creating the music. Once it's out for everybody else.
You
can't
it's like, change it. There's no changes.
You can't. It's no take backs and stuff. It's like, nah, it's out there. It's out there.
And you could take it back, but that's gonna look very bad.
Yeah. So it's like,
you're gonna look very bad if you're like, actually delete it. I gotta switch something up. It's like, bro, like,
So I just paused it for another month. But definitely. Traveling, going to Jamaica with Rose, and just losing such a leader, in our community, man. And the fact that he didn't really get enough recognition when he was here. I kind of want to, be one of the artists that shines light on, the things he was doing for his community, because I'm doing a lot of those similar things for my community right now. So
hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to ask you about holding on to that music for so long. Because, like, I feel like for me, when I record a song, I'm like, how soon can I get this song out? Like like that's why I be thinking sometimes. But I feel like for some artists, it's good to sit on some stuff and figure out what you can do with it next.
Yeah.
But considering the generation that we're in, I feel like people want music like all the time, every time. Like you drop a full length album and they already want another one like a month later. So like it's tough to call. But I mean, do you feel that could be like a bad thing for you to hold on to music for a while, or do you think it benefits you? Because like say like your next project, like it takes you like 3 years to put that out. Do you think that would be good, or do you think like you need like a project once a year?
Obviously in my mind, I feel like a lot of artists' mind, you want to release something every year, but at the same time, I remember I was watching a Breakfast Club interview with Jay-Z, and he, they were like, man, you've been rapping for like 20 years, you always release albums, like how you doing it? Yeah. And he was like, I just stay focused on myself, and I didn't let anybody speed up my process. And bam, just to hear, made $1 billion. It's like, and it's like, and if he's saying he's not letting no one speed up his process, once I was saying like, in the beginning, like you got to take gems from everybody. So if you're not speeding up his process, I can't allow people to speed up mine either. Yeah. There are songs when I hear it, I'm like, man, like I want everybody to hear it, but I'm not in a position where everybody's hearing my music. So what I'm not going to do is just keep throwing out music without having that audience around me.
Yep.
You know that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like I just met you a week and a half ago. That means I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot more networking to do. I gotta get out there. So that's what Ocean View represents. It's a solid body of work. Yeah, man. That allows me to go and say, hey, go listen to my music, and then people get 30 minutes to really get an opportunity to know who is Lizzle4. What am I bringing to the world? And that's where we at right now.
No, I feel that, bro. I feel that for sure. I mean, it's definitely, I just feel like at the end of the day, you just got to make the best music possible. So like, regardless as much times it might take for you to get that out there, like as long as it's dope, like, then that's all that matters. Because like you said, you didn't have any stuff on Spotify or Apple Music. Like you want to make sure that first impression hits. Yep. So like, I feel like, in that case, you can definitely like take your time on it. But like when it comes to like, if you're like a big name like Trippie Redd or like, RP Juice WRLD, like those guys, they put out a lot of music. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it all depends on the level that you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but like sometimes I feel like when you sometimes you put out too much music, it may not stick.
Like Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane puts out like 5 projects a year, bro.
I mean, it just depends on how you want to work. Some people think that working is the more I put out, a quantity, and then some people are like, what, I'm gonna put my all into this album and give you a quality album. I'm not gonna give you nothing else for a couple months, but this, it's just a decision, that artists kind of have to make. And right now, it's hard not to want to release something. You sitting there, and your dogs make music, and, they're releasing music around you. It's like, how don't you want to sit there and, I wouldn't even call it compete, but just,
be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be a part of it, but at the same time, you have to just focus on yourself and do the things that make the most sense for you, so...
And I feel like songs always are written the best when it just comes naturally, when you don't have to rush it. Like, and that's why I feel like a lot of times when people get signed to labels and there's deadlines, they're like, you gotta write 5 songs in 2 days. Yep. And if not, then blah, blah, blah. And then that's why, sometimes people be writing trash, and sometimes it'll still end up a hit. So that's the thing too. Like, that's the scary part about sometimes like the song that you don't think is that great ends up being like a hit,
And I think I got one of those songs. That is just not my favorite, but I'm learning to love it. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a song that's gonna be released on my birthday in June. Okay. I'll tell you, it's called All the Way Up, and all right.
Sounds like a lit track.
Talking with Rose, talking with my producer and engineer. His name is Constant Music. He made the beat and stuff, and. People around me are like, yeah, this is it. I'm like
for real?
I rap way like better than come on, what y'all mean? But then when I really sat back and listened to it, it's like, that's the record, All the Way Up could be the record that, when I go to the DJs, I'm like, yo, here it is. That record that everybody wants to hear when they're out. I had to really just just get in a different space and say, how could I make a song that's going to be for us, that's from me, but just fits the criteria that people are kind of looking for when they think of a hit.
Yeah.
So
that's man. All those tracks that you have, like they're all like like you're saying, ready for radio, man.
Yeah.
I mean, especially since there's no cursing on any of your tracks, which I think is very, very impressive, man. Because
thank you.
People don't understand like how like those are crutch words sometimes for rappers. Like that's like crutch words. Like that's what they fall back on. So I think I gotta acknowledge that. Like that's impressive, man. Is it ever challenging for you? Do you ever wish sometimes you could just throw in like an F-bomb in there, or you're just like, all right, nope, you gotta stick with it. Like, how is that, man, with the writing process?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, of course. And it's like I got a studio at the crib, and it's like, those I'll let it flow. I mean, I'm freestyling, I'm having a good time, but there's just a difference between like, having a good time and, the perception that I want the world to really look at me like, what I mean?
I feel
like
you. Yeah,
you're not gonna see everyone's rocking Gucci right now. You're not gonna see anyone represent, any high representatives of Gucci going out there and doing anything that's gonna damage their brand. So yeah, we can have a good time. We could do whatever.
Yeah.
But once it comes to releasing, like I'm putting my all into this project, this particular, you just want it to make sense. So. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. It does get challenging though. It does get challenging, and but at the same time, I think that a missing variable that a lot of people don't realize is that like I'm a teacher. What I mean? Like,
and I was gonna mention that. I feel like does that come into play with you and the music that you make? Because do you worry about like this? But what grade do you teach in?
So I'm a social studies teacher right now for 4th grade, but I also run an all boys program for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade boys. Just helping them really figure out life and how to become the best versions of themselves. So I kind of just walk through all the classes.
Hell yeah,
I got like 7 classes that I manage right now. I'll go in there anywhere 5, 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes I'll stay there for the whole class.
Yeah.
And just to be that black man figure in a school, because there's a lot of people, you could talk to some of your friends that have never had a man teacher or a black teacher or a black man teacher. So the fact that I get to be that person for my community, I'm sitting there shaking hands with friends I went to high school with that have kids that, they're dropping them off in my care. And it's like, man, if I could be doing anything on the daily basis, what else would I want to be doing besides, giving back to my community? I got this music thing. I'm dropping albums. We got the videos. Like, I couldn't be Lizzle4 all day. Like it wouldn't do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So being there for the youth and really figuring out how can I be, just like a bridge to help them really go and reach their potential. Because a lot of kids slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids slip through the cracks. So when it comes to making music, I know who's really listening to me the most is them. You know what I mean? My friends can listen all they want, but
they're not like listening like that. Yeah, they're not really taking it.
They want to learn the lyrics. They're asking for lyric videos. They want to be in the music video. So it's like I'm watching who's investing in me the most. I'm watching who's buying the merch the most. I'm watching who wants to talk to me the most about
keep on
what's
lookout
going.
For that.
Yeah, what's going on with my music and. There's like a perception that social media creates, and then there's your reality, and I'm able to separate both of them and realize, all right, my reality, these young families, that are in my community are the ones that are supporting me the most right now. So I need to make sure that I'm catering to them and don't ever forget them while I'm trying to become this this thing, whatever,
public
this star,
figure, public figure, I guess that's the word to use, no, I know what
now
you
we
mean.
getting started for the pictures. What it mean to be a public figure. Yo, see? That figure I am for the public. Hating before, now they loving it. Jamaica is off of the bucket list. Said this my shot and I'm busting it. Letting you know that it's Lizzle4 in the city. The game said I'm running it.
Hey.
They're talking the stats and I'm talking the music.
Hey.
They're clueless that they out here bumming it.
Hey.
Lizzle is constantly making the hits at the hit. Take my time, never rushing it.
Yeah.
Word after word, every noun, every verb, every sound, every subject and predicate.
Yeah.
League of my own and I've been in my zone and I'm constantly getting ahead of it.
Yeah.
My shorty a doctor and she let me know to the globe that my lyrics the medicine.
Yeah.
This is my world, I invented it. Crib in the bridge, I inherited. Changing the game, had to edit it. That changing your brain, Lizzle's credited. running it up with the positive raps with the facts, so there's no need for negatives. Figured it out, yeah, we figured it out how to go be the dopest of lyricists.
Ooh.
That's what it mean to be a public figure.
Listen, hold up. First of all, what made you just say, all right, we gotta spit this real quick? I wasn't ready for that, man. There was no warning. You gave me no warning for that.
Real talk, see, and it's like
that was dope though, man.
God bless.
that was fire.
God bless. And that is the thing is like I try to make my rap centered around what's going on in my life. So when you say,
man, you gotta talk that real shit, bro.
You say public figure. And like once we get off camera, I'm gonna have to show you the song Public Figure. I already have that song on my next album.
Hell yeah, bro.
That was it right there. And I'm gonna show you the beat made by Constant B. Shout out to Constant. Like when people watch this back, they be like, what? Like how's man. That's crazy.
That was dope. That was
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I was like, you know what's funny? Like I was telling you before, like no one's ever spit on this podcast before, so you're the first one, man.
Yeah, and it's not like, yo, you gonna give us a freestyle? I'm like, I'll stop panicking. It's like, right within the conversation.
And that was fitting to what we were talking about. So hell yeah, man.
I live my raps.
Hey, well, dude, I really think like artists who actually are rapping about the stuff they do, like, and not sound like their favorite rapper. Like, I really feel like that always bleeds through, man. Because, like, how many times you hear rappers rap about taking somebody's girl, or like, you know, like, just like stupid stuff, like, you know, saying they drinking lean. Like, have y'all really had lean before? Like, I don't think that's easy to get. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go off on a tangent because I was about to go off on the liars out here, man.
But the thing is, it's like, you know, you got to give them a space to create. And
that's
if that,
true, yeah.
You know, and what it may look like a lie to us, there is like guys that's really out here living and doing, they are living those raps. You know what I mean? So I don't even want to.
You ain't hopped in a Rari. Like, you know, you know what I mean? Like rappers, people will just randomly say they hopped in a Rari.
But the crazy thing is, they really be in the Raris. Like I see guys pass by that shouldn't have a Rari and a Rari, and they're just like, and they'll just go like this, put their hand up, and I'm like, is that?
Yeah.
and they're in it. You know what I mean? However they got it, that's not. Listen, I'm not.
Yeah, I ain't gonna look into that.
See, but it's like kind of like what we were talking about earlier. It's like I don't want to be that person that's like hating any. Like I want to see everybody shine. You know, whatever way they feel that they want to shine. I want to see everybody be able to do that
for sure. Yeah.
And if it's renting the Rari, it's renting the Rari. If it's going to Jamaica for the ocean view, it's going to Jamaica for the ocean view.
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever it is for you, that's what it is. You know what I mean? And I think we got to start embracing people, you know, for kind of what they're doing, but at the same time, kind of hold people accountable to, you know, just really be the best versions of themselves and to really bring.
And it takes time to figure that out. Like,
it does.
Yeah, to figure out like what your sound is and what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been making music for a while, man. And I literally feel like just last year I figured out what I want to talk about and how I want to deliver the message. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like it took 8 years of that, you know, like to realize, you know. So it takes time. I gotta ask you though, man. Like with the music that you put out, do your students hear your music? Have they ever come across your stuff? And would you want them to hear your music? Like, would you I'm curious.
Listen, I play my music in class.
Okay.
I play my music in class. Like, I'm not missing that opportunity.
Of course
and it's
not.
Like,
Hell no, bro.
And it's just crazy because it's like, I want to be a star, you know. But how do I be like this teacher without, you know, and just make it all work, you know? So I'll play it in class, and I've been playing it for the school year. So now, like, the songs are on, and they know all the words. You know what I mean?
Cool,
and they're singing the words low, and they're getting their work done. And I'm like, man, like, and I'm trying mad hard, not like I want to be on Instagram, like they know all my stuff, like, but it's like I gotta, you know, maintain that professionalism of being a teacher in that moment. So just seeing it and just like, you know, it just helps me develop a vision of like, all right, how can we go and get these waivers and permission slips so we can capture this moment of what's going on, you know what I mean, and you know, slide it into a music video. You know, that's a great idea. A lot of my music videos are gonna be a lot more of what's actually going on in my life. So like, I released the Ballin' music video in December. It's at Harvard University with my students. We went to a Harvard game. You know,
Hell yeah.
I just shot a video the other day to the Crawfish Starfish remix. I'm not gonna share any details about it, but you know, it'll be out in like 2 or 3 days. But it's like, it shows what I'm really doing in my life. And actually, now we on a fire podcast, so I'll say it. You know, I'm actually like the assistant volleyball coach at MIT. You
really?
know? Yeah. So like, this is my first season doing that. So
that's dope. That's dope.
So you know, call my camera guy out, and I'm like, yo, let's just shoot a video for this first game. You know, and I'll do a little bit of rapping when I can. So like, I had probably like 10 minutes to really like rap in front of the camera because I'm coaching.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I'm like, I do it, whatever, and then I'm like, all right, I'm like, just get B-roll. Let's just put this together. But like, that's how I want a lot of my videos to be moving forward. Like, I want you to take a step, you know, look into my real life and what's actually going on.
Yeah,
like,
man.
You know, I could go get the Rari for every video. I could go get a Rari if I wanted to, but it's like, nah, I'd rather have the
and you just want to be more personable with him, man. Yeah,
ride a scooter.
Yeah, you're trying to be, like relate to like more people. So
yeah,
I know what you mean, man.
Because I want to become a star, but I don't ever want to change who I am. I want people to like love and accept me for where I'm at right now. I don't want to have to go and get Balenciagas for people to think you're cool. I don't want to have to get a Gucci belt. I don't want to have to get, you know, these certain things.
You got the Concord 11s on though, so there's that. No, I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. He's like, hey, it's gotta have something. There's gotta be a little bit of drip. Hey.
But it's like,
I mean, you can't have no drip at all. There's gotta be some drip there. Just a little.
But it's like, but the thing with Jordans are different for me. It's like,
Jordans are different. Jordans are different.
First off, like Jordan's been around for forever, but you gotta understand.
And they just look ill, bro.
They look ill, but at the same time, it's like, I grew up with, you know, immigrant parents. Like, my mom is born in Jamaica. My dad is born, you know, so I go back to Jamaica.
Parents are from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Mine too, man. Okay, hey, look at that.
Yo, you be doing the dancehall records or anything like that?
I haven't done any dancehall records yet, man. I haven't done any I'm waiting on that moment.
Yeah, I've been listening to the beats, and I'm just like, you know what? They gonna think I'm a Jamaican because I don't really got it.
And that too,
I ain't really got it. But
when the right time and place, I'll do it. It's not yet. It's not that time. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta like plan things accordingly. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's time for me to make the dancehall record yet. But sometime soon, hopefully, we'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, you know, my mom being born in Jamaica, though, my dad being born in Trinidad, they just came to this country with just like different expectations and different, you know, just different morals, different values. So growing up, you see a lot of your friends in Nikes and Jordans, and it's like, nah, my mom's like, oh, they got the 2 for $60 Reeboks, and I'm like, Ma, I can't.
Want those.
Yeah, it's like, yo, Ma, I can't wear these. You don't know what's going. You don't even understand, man. It's like, so now, you know, as a man, where I'm able to go to the store and like pick out what I want now, you know, to put that work in, to go through college and not to really just be walking around whatever free kicks they gave me. When I'm walking around in Asics, I'm not even wearing. I didn't have nothing like that. You know what I mean? So to be grown now and to be able to buy these things, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you don't want to go all.
A little bit. I rather travel than buy shoes.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, for sure. Cause shoes are a crazy amount of money, bro. It's a different type of lifestyle, man, and people are very they take their shoe life seriously, man.
Yeah, I got a couple fresh pairs, man. Nothing crazy. These are hot.
Yeah. Yo, let me ask you, man. How long you been a teacher for? I didn't even ask you that.
So I've been working. So this is my first official year teaching for social studies, but I've been working in the schools this is my 4th year working in the schools. And then, I've been working with students since I was probably 14. My first job, was working with kids, and that's just what made the most sense to me. It's like, each one teach one. You always hear like it takes a village, but it's like, if everybody's, if I was more focused on Lizzle4, being that role model person for my community, I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, kids all over may be yelling and screaming for me, and it may be that one day, but for right now, it's like, I want to get things lined up in my village. So that way, in the next 5, 10, 15 years, like I have an idea already who's going to be our next police officers, firefighters, who's going to be our next doctors, lawyers. It's like, who's going to be our next teachers. It's like, these are the things that we got to talk to our, our young men and women about. And when you go to, my school, we're having those conversations at lunch. It's not just about NBA and stuff. It's like, I understand you want to go to the NBA. That was my dream too. But look at what I'm doing right now. I'm here working with you guys. I'm making good money right here. It's like, what do you want to do outside of athletics? Or music or acting or being on the screen. What are you gonna do to really help the community? And that's where you're hearing like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be, all of these things that are kind of frowned upon, through social media, because everyone wants to be an entrepreneur now. Everybody wants to be a social influencer. And it's like, all right, listen, while everyone's going for these big tech jobs, while everybody's going for trying to be a model, it's like, slide right in here and go and get your secured bag, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. We don't know what's gonna happen with Instagram and Spotify and all these ways that we're figuring out how to make some money off of right now. Like that's cool, but
like, you gotta think long term,
And being a teacher, that's not going nowhere.
No, it's not.
Being a police officer, that's not going nowhere.
That's
we're always gonna need
that's the way
our
you
doctors.
look at.
You know what I mean? And it's like.
You gotta find the things that fit, and I think that's why, like, if you're successful in like the arts, that always helps, because obviously you can always keep creating. That'll never go away either, But goddamn, is it hard to make money off of your arts? Like, let's be real. Like, it's not easy. Like, and even if you are talented, like, it doesn't like mean that you're gonna make it. Because somebody that works super hard and makes okay music will pop before the guy who's super talented and doesn't promote themselves at all.
But. It just depends what you want. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, if I really wanted to be that person, I can make a couple calls right now. Like, and I'm not gonna put names out there, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm 28. Like, I've traveled the world. I've traveled all over the country. I played sports all over. I'm a Division I athlete. Like, it's like
What sport did you play?
I played volleyball in college.
Volleyball, okay.
6 years, Division I. So it's like I played literally in half of the states, so being on a world tour, I've kind of already experienced through sports, and I'm like, I don't love this. You know what I mean? I don't love this as much as I love, like, being there for my community, being there for my family, helping out, being there for, like, my people. And I understand I could leave and go make a bunch of money and come back, but it's like just the situation that I was able to walk in after graduating from college, it's like, it's unbelievable to be able to literally work in the same place that I grew up in.
And actually make a difference, bro. It's, and I think for you, like, I feel like it sounds like you've had an understanding of what you've always wanted to do, like, growing up. I think you've always had an understanding of, like, just what, backup plans and making sure, like, you were a step ahead. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people, they don't think of, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now. They're not thinking ahead, I mean? And I can say it for myself too, like, I graduated with a psychology degree. I didn't think to myself, like, oh, shoot, like do I really want to be a therapist? And now I'm like, podcasts, I'm all in on music. It worked out. It was just working out. But like, sometimes you don't think ahead, but now I think a lot more ahead now. So
see, but there was definitely a turning point where, everything became clear. And I, as I said, I was a Division I athlete. So I'm playing volleyball. I'm at, playing at the top level that the country has to offer.
For sure. Yeah.
When the thing is, like, I've always been somebody that when I put my all into whatever I'm kind of doing. So if I'm doing music, I'm putting my all into it right now. If I'm doing sports, I'm putting my all into it. And it's like, I'm putting my all into volleyball, and then, I'm second on the team in points. And it's like, with having all these conversations about, oh, maybe Olympics, national team. So my eyes are just lit up. I'm like, basically it's like, it's no different than like, oh, Def Jam wants to offer you a record deal. It's like the national team wants to offer you a deal. So it's like, you going hard for this deal, and then I'm going so hard that, like, my body broke down. It's like had a tear in my rotator cuff. All of a sudden, I had to get knee surgery twice, and it's like, damn, it's like I go from literally jumping up and think like the basketball hoop is 10 feet, right? And it's like I was able to, like, dead ass, like I was able to touch like 11.8, like I was like 20 inches above the rim. Sheesh. You know what I mean? Just like literally just flying. So it's like to go from that to all of a sudden, like, I wake up and like I'm in a hospital bed and I gotta get into a wheelchair and all this. So I was like, wait, I'm like, what? Like what? Like I was just jumping like
such a flip,
a couple of days ago. So then like it, that was the first time I really just had to sit down because my whole life I'm just running. You're just on this rat wheel, like, you know what I mean? Just going through life. That it was like, that was the first time that like God gave me an opportunity to be like, yo, just chill out for a second.
Yeah, like, we all need that moment. We all need that moment.
Go and really watch what the game's supposed to look like. Because from when I first got out to school, they put me in the game.
Gotcha,
so like, when did I ever have a chance to watch the best players? When did I ever have a chance to really learn the game? It's like, it's kind of like if I'm always want to be the rapper, how am I ever gonna learn how to mix, how to shoot
produce
videos, how to do anything else? So that
gotta
break,
be able to do a lot of different stuff out here.
That break really just opened my mind up that I can learn so much from just watching. So now I'm able to kind of go through life a few years after that and just kind of just body anything that I honestly want to do because I have an understanding of how to get that done at a high level.
Yeah, before you hop into it, you make sure you know like what you're getting yourself into, man.
Gotta learn.
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to ask you just about like, a couple songs off the project, man, that I was vibing with. I just wanted to see what made you write the song, like this inspiration behind the song Chosen. That's one of the more chill vibes on the record.
Yeah,
I like that one, man. What made you write that song?
Oh, yo. And as I said, it's like, I worked on these songs so long ago.
That's
you know
true,
what I mean? So it's like, for like
funny,
2015, it was like, man,
where were you?
Where was I? I was like, man, I was just graduating college. I'm getting my master's degree. I'm feeling myself. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like I ain't got no money, but it's like
it don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm just feeling like I could be on fire. I'm like, yeah, I'm the chosen one. I'm the chosen one. And it's like, yeah, it's just, it's a dope record. Like,
hell yeah, man.
What was that? Handpicked for this. God needed someone off a different ship. Someone who understand how to make a hit without selling bricks or bragging about hitting licks. Just like even that, man, it's like, because as you said, we're always hearing the lean and the this, and it's like, nah, like this, like what you hearing from me is like just something different. It's gonna sound dope. You're not even gonna realize that there's not swears in it. You're just gonna enjoy the music.
So many people, like, after they hear a song with no swears, like, you tell them, yeah, there's no swears in it. They're like, really?
They gotta, it's like,
they didn't realize it, yeah.
And the thing is, like, in my music, it's like, it's not that there's not swears. They're just, like,
I know what you, I know what you're saying.
So
I know
like,
what you're saying.
So, like, even like, handpicked for this, God needed someone off a different ship.
Yeah.
Like ship, like sailor ship, whatever. With my students, like, yo, they were going crazy. Like, they were like, yo, you swore. You swore. And like, so we listened to it, like, and that's cool for me, because that just means that they're really listening. If they think that they hear that. So we're sitting there dead quiet and we're listening, and we're like, all right, tell me what you guys hear. Yeah. And now we're literally in class taking a moment to break down some Lizzle4 lyrics, and it's like,
that's cool, man.
It don't really get better than that. And then once they realize they're wrong, there's one kid that'll get on my side like, this is what he said. And, and then it ends up being a discussion. And now they want to go home, man, and want to go and listen to it and go have that discussion with their families. And it's like, that's how we can organically just like grow this thing. So
yeah, bro, that's cool. That you got your students listening to it, man. They vibe with it though. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, no, that's chosen.
Yeah. Another song that I really like is For Mayor. That one I feel like got that hype vibe to it, man. I was definitely vibing with that one. That, Praying, that was another hype track. Yeah. And then Love Me. Love Me was another cool one, man. Yeah. Those were the 4 I heard off the project, and I'm like, yes. I can vibe with this. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I mean, like, the whole project all the way through, it's a very clean, very like you sound like you know what you're about, like in terms of your sound. I was mentioning that before, man. So I really think that's it's good to see it. With that being the case, though, what's some advice that you would give to artists out there who are just getting started, man? What's like one thing that you would want to throw to them out there? Any good pointers, man? Because when you're getting started off, like there's some good advice that some people could get when they first start off. Like when I got started, I wish someone there's like 20 things I wish they told me. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, definitely. I've been making music for a while now, so I definitely got some advice out. One thing that I'll tell a lot of people just slow down some. You know, slow down. Don't be in a rush to keep up with everything that's going on. You know, have a team,
societal norms. Yeah.
Have a team of people around you that, you know, that care about you. It's, you know, before I hit the studio, you know, I'm literally like building songs from scratch with Rose. Like we're coming up with, you know, melodies together. we're writing the lyrics, you know, we're editing, you know, read through this. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Nah, we don't like this line. Let's take this out and replace it. But it's like for the crawfish starfish challenge, I mean the starfish crawfish challenge.
Yeah.
That was just like, that was so different for me because like Millie's is like, you know, shout out Millie's, huge artist from Cambridge.
He's dope, man.
He's on fire right now, you know, but to drop that challenge, he's like, yo, I want to see what y'all got in like 2-3 days. You know what I mean? We ain't going to really be stretching this all the way out. So I'm like, all right, how can I get creative? And I'm watching everybody kind of, you know, have a phone and everyone's kind of rapping on it. I'm like, yo, I'm going to make the song for SoundCloud. It's like, how can I play this game, but not play by the rules the way that everybody, I don't watch everybody rap on camera doing it the same way. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to make a song for SoundCloud and we're going to go and shoot a quick music video. You know, so
I feel you, yeah.
But that just shows like, I just feel like that shows like my seriousness of being an artist because.
And then putting out the content out there too, man. Yeah, like staying on top of those challenges. Because like, I feel like a lot of artists like the ego, they're like, oh, I don't need that challenge. I don't need to do that. It's like, why not? Why not try it out? Why not give it a shot?
And
like,
it's like,
it's not going to hurt you.
and honestly, just like the thing that made me the most nervous though was that's the first song that I've released from home. You know, like usually I go to the studio. Like I usually fly out to Indiana to go record because that's where I went to school. That's where I get the best rates right now. Like I feel like, you know, you heard Ocean View, like it has a dope sound from a production standpoint. And it's like not real, like my engineer.
I'll tell you, it sounds clean, bro. It sounds clean, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Know, shout out to Zach. You know, that's
mix. The mixing's important, man. Like,
you know, so but like with the crawfish thing, I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what I can do from home if I just throw it out, you know, and the response has been great. Been out for probably 2.5 days, got over 5,000 views.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, we're doing what we're supposed to do.
That's dope, man. Just keep pushing it, you know, promote it in the right way.
And
without being too spammy. But yeah.
Advice to artists: promote your records. I don't think that we don't work our records enough.
Nah,
you know,
we think like it's be only like you can only promote it for like a couple days. Like, nah, promote it like
we are not Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
we are not where it's like you just drop it
and people
with
like,
no caption, and then you're gonna wake up and do 100,000 that first week. It doesn't go down like that if you're not promoting it with people. If people aren't posting on your timeline and you're not in the comments. Not necessarily sharing your stuff, but just showing love to people.
Yeah,
it's
engagement.
Like, you know, like I had to learn that like for a while, like I'm like, man, people, they're not listening to my music, blah, blah, blah. And like, I just like socially was getting weird because of all this. And I'm like, yo, like not Lizzle, like Elon, like you're a good person. Everyone's rocking with you. Like I can, when someone says good morning or something like that, like I can go say good morning. Like I can share good positive energy out with people. Why? Because they're gonna end up, you know, giving it right back in return and giving my music a real chance and listen. So yeah, it's really just building through my community, build through your social network, and nothing
ever beats word of mouth. At the end of the day, word of mouth will always win, man. So it's always good to actually like go out and talk to people. Like the internet's great and all, but like, you know, you gotta a lot of stuff with Instagram nowadays. You gotta pay for promotion.
Internet.
Facebook wants your money to promote shit. Like they are really trying their best to make sure that it's hard for people to promote their content. Which is why TikTok is popping.
Yep. There was like this like little weird thing that like we got like a notice from the school about TikTok being like a little funny with like the privacy settings and all that. So like
people have a lot of crazy theories on TikTok.
Not being that serious. Take a look into it because it's not like Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. Like those are all kind of like official companies, but the TikTok one wasn't as official. They kind of just like showed up and it's blowing up.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to take a look into everything. But another thing that I will say is when it comes to like those sponsorships of like, you know, the Instagram sponsorships and all those things, like you got to take advantage of those. Like it's like, think about it, when an artist, like I saw Chance the Rapper, I wasn't following him at the time, but he popped up on my timeline saying that he was coming to Boston.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, it's like, this is what the big artists are doing. They're spending money to make sure that you see what they got going on.
They have to.
So, you know, when it comes to us, it's just like the same thing. You're gonna promote your music, like you want to kind of promote yourself and turn your Instagram into a business page and really go explore that stuff and see what's going on. Like
Hashtag,
me, like,
it's not just hashtags. You gotta put some money into
it's
it.
and it's like I have
no way
no
around
problem
it.
saying it. It's like I spend a couple dollars on promo and stuff for my stuff, and it's like
I think you kind of have to.
yo, but it's like
you don't really have a
like,
choice. Yeah,
literally, and it's like some people are like, why would you say that? It's like, nah, I don't care. Like, because I want to give you advice.
and
it's
a
like
lot
literally,
of a lot of rappers won't admit that. A lot of rappers won't pretend like, oh, I just put it out there and it gets numbers. Like, nah, you got money behind a marketing team. Like that's
and that's the thing. I don't got no team. All I got is literally like, I'm like, okay, I could put $2 on this post, and it's like that's the same $2 I can go and spend on a soda and a bag of chips. I could put that towards my Instagram, and I can go and meet all these new people that are gonna come and like my stuff.
Yeah.
And now once these new people go and like your stuff that have never seen your stuff before, I'm on their profile. If you're a new profile, I'm gonna go and like 10 of your stuff. Why? Because you just came and engaged with my profile. Now I gotta go and like 10 of your things. Now I gotta go and show you love on your page, because now you're gonna come back and say something to me. Now I can talk to you in the DMs. Now I can send you the album. Now you might go and buy the merch because you love what you just heard. And it's like you have to go and build your stuff. Like this ain't. Everyone's just waiting for a viral moment, and moments like
it's viral for a reason.
No, they happen, but they don't last. You know what I mean? It's like you have to create your moments consistently. People are waiting for this one big moment, like Liz, when are you gonna? I don't know whenever whatever you think in your head is gonna happen for me. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I know right
no one
now.
does. Yeah, you don't know how it's gonna come to you, but you just gotta prepare for it anyway. And it's like when you blow up, like you just know that like yeah, you can blow up, but it's all what happens after. So lucky you got body of work on you. So if you have one song blows up, we got 12 more tracks for y'all. You know what I mean? So and I think that's a really important part, because if you blow up and you have
one song,
and it's just trash
what
shit,
next you coming with? And it's like
so that's you gotta live up to the hype after. And I think that's really all that comes down to. So.
And I'm happy that I have a project like Ocean View, where it's like you hear something, then it's like, all right, well, what else does he have? You can go and listen to a body of work that you're gonna be like, he's a dope artist. You know what I mean? And that's all Ocean View was. It was how can I get this singing and this rapping and combined it, and
let's make it the best.
Just make a solid project, and that's what Ocean View was.
Hell yeah, man.
We got some more. I got
what's next, bro? What's next for Lizzle4?
So what's next? So right now,
answer that in the best way possible, because I know you. I know how you be, man. You thinking ahead.
Yeah. So like right now, what I'm actually doing is I'm working on a new process of how I'm working on music, and because I don't really feature with a lot of artists. A lot of artists are swearing on their music, the things that they put in their videos and stuff like that.
They can't adapt to your sound.
It's not even, it has nothing to do with that. It's
like, I feel like some rappers, like, they have to swear.
Because it's, once again, because here's like, and here's like another thing. It's like, you got to understand that this is a music business.
Facts. When
it comes to the music, I want to work with everybody. When it comes to my business, when it comes to the fact that I'm working with these young people every day and their families and like literally like there's young teenagers and kids around me all the time. It's bro. I can't go and really collaborate with certain artists that aren't pushing the same stuff
or have the same message.
Because then it's gonna look funny. It's like if let's say like you a gangster rapper, but you got 1 million followers, and like I go for the music moment, but then the families go back and they type your name and they're like.
And then like
it throws everything off. It's like, why is our guy that we're like kind of crowning as a champion in our lives, why does he feel the need that he has to go work with that person over there? Like he can
and his fan base, gelling with your sound and vice versa. Like they might not even like what you have, because that guy who's such a gangster rapper is completely, content wise is different than you.
So what I'm actually looking to do right now is I'm collaborating with different producers. So right now
that's the way to go.
I got a project in the works for with Constant Music. Shout out to Constant. That's like my guy. Like I've known Constant for maybe like 15 years, right from Cambridge. And it's like
way back.
Yeah, so like we've been building. He's been making beats. I've been rapping, and like now we finally locked in, and I have the project in my hands that I can say this next project is gonna be the project that really kind of puts me
It's gonna top
at
the
like
other one.
No, and it's like it's way it's way shorter.
Yeah.
It's but it's about 5 songs. But that's what I'm really gonna start looking to do. It's like, if you're a producer and you got beats, hit me up. Let's lock in. I got a studio. I got access to studios. Like, let's go lock in on an EP, and that way it's gonna say, like, on this next project, it's gonna say Lizzle and Constant. Not featuring some random artist. It's like, this is the producer. This producer. I want, when people work with me, like, your job is to bring the energy and all of that. I'll bring the lyrical content. Like, I want to hear my story and the things that I say when I hear the beat. Like, that's honestly what I'm on. Not to say I don't want to feature with other artists and stuff like that. Of course, that's crazy. But what's easier right now is, if I'm looking at an artist or a producer, who do I need more? Facts. I sing and rap myself. I need more of that. I need the beat more than I need somebody to come and say something. You can do a lot more. On the track. So, and that way I can continue to build my foundation that way. Because let's say you get a big song with an artist, they feature on it, you get a big feature, and then all of a sudden that's the record that blows up for you. It's like, that kind of isn't as lit as if it was one record for yourself. Because let's say it's like, one of these big records that Drake comes on, and everyone's so hyped about Drake's part, but Drake's not coming to my show to come and perform that with me. Yeah, right. So it's like, you like the song for the wrong reason, and it's like, I don't want to get overshadowed by anybody.
Yeah, because once you hit that point, it's a point of no return. Yep. Like, it's hard to ever even get back to that. So I think, like, that's a big reason, like, a lot of times artists, you gotta realize, do you want to be in this? How long do you want to be in this for? Yeah. But it's hard to gauge that stuff out. Sometimes you make certain decisions that you wish you didn't make. It's hard to gauge it, Yep. So I think that's all really tough to do, man. But yo, man, we're almost running up on time a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to have the episode be too long. I need a timer out that lets me know how long the episode. That would be good. I should have set one at, but it's no biggie, man. I could
talk all day about
I know. We could definitely chop it up all day, man. Definitely. I love just talking about, like, just you being a rapper that doesn't swear. I don't think I've ever had anyone like that on my podcast yet, bro.
Nah, thank you.
And I really think that's impressive. I used to not swear in my music for a long time because my West Indian parents, man, growing up. So.
And that was another thing. It was like, because it's like, I didn't just start off as this, I've developed myself to become this artist. You know what I mean?
Because you know what you stand for, so that's why I respect the sound.
I now know what I stand for.
You now know. Yeah.
Before, when I first started rapping, like, I'm in high school, I'm only making diss tracks. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, about other people, about other people in the school, and it was like, I didn't have no real direction. I'm cussing up a storm. Yeah. But the turning point was really when I sat with my mom, and I was like, yo, like, listen to my music. And I played it for her, and I've never swore in front of my mother. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden she's hearing this character.
She's like, what is going on?
And she's just like, no. And it's like, she didn't. The thing is, if she had got mad, I probably would have kept doing it. But like, yo, like, for real, like, when you look your mother in the eyes, or you look somebody that you care about in the eyes, and they, like, genuinely look hurt, it's like, those are the things that can, like, wake you up to be like, yo, like, nah, like, this. We got to get away from this, because she's like, because she supported it, because that's my mom, of course. Of course, yeah, but I'm able, like, I'm looking at her for real feedback. I'm like, this is my first time making music. What you think? And it's like, nah, you just copying it. Like Elon, go be yourself. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like that really made me go back to the drawing board. So when fast forward 10 years later, I drop an album like Ocean View. It's like, those are like small moments that like will stick with me, and like, remember, like, my mom didn't support this the whole way. She supported me because she supports her son, but she didn't really support it the way I wanted her to. So now when she hears the music I'm coming home with now, like, and we all sit there dancing. I got my nieces and my nephew and stuff,
and that way you can freely share with everyone. You don't gotta be like, oh, like, cause I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I got a couple tracks, like I will show like anyone, but like certain people in my family. Like, if my aunt heard like a couple of my tracks, like my mom did, I'd be like, yeah, I know, I said in the chorus. You know what I mean? And sorry, like, but I gotta make the music I want to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, like, so I understand where you're coming from with that, man.
Yeah, but there's just like, there's just so many different eyes than regular hip hop fans that are on me. You know what I mean? Like I say, like, you know, in that song for mayor, it's like I'm performing, you know, for the mayor of my city. I'm performing for city council members, school committee members. I'm performing at weddings and funerals. It's like there's a reason why, you know, as an independent artist that's not, you know, that has a job that like I'm getting booked for these opportunities. You know what I mean? And it's because I'm bringing something different to the table. So, you know, it's working for me right now. And, you know, I just feel like
I broke, don't fix it, man.
Yeah, nah,
Stick
I feel
with
like,
it,
yeah. We found our lane.
Hell yeah, man. Lizzle4, man. Anything you want to plug for the people before we wrap it up, man? Social medias. Where can they follow you?
Instagram, Lizzle_4. Twitter, Lizzle_4, Lizzle4 on all that stuff.
Very easy to find you.
Yeah, nah, it's easy to find me. I ain't hiding.
And that's the way it's got to be. Sometimes it's hard to find certain artists, man.
Yeah, no, Lizzle4, Lizzle4.
Show off the merch. Show off the merch. What you got?
Come on. We got
here?
the Ocean View hoodie right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, so we got the hoodie. We got the crew necks. We got the T-shirts. We got our second design coming in 2 weeks. 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Okay.
We got our next line of the Ocean View merch getting ready to drop, and not like even stuff like this. Like I didn't like, yo, you gotta understand.
The merch is big,
half
bro.
a year ago, bro. Like I didn't even have a name to the project. And now we got Ocean View hoodies. You know what I mean? So it just shows like
feeling, bro.
how far, like, you know, if you put some work in, how far you really can go with whatever your dream is, whether it's music, sports, like it doesn't matter. Like, you know, like I kind of want to just be there for people. Like if anyone really gets to watch this interview, like hit me up on Instagram. You know, let me know. Let me know that you saw the podcast. Let me know what your dreams and goals are, and you know, let's really talk about figuring out, you know, how we can get you a game plan to really go and achieve your goals. Because the thing is, it's like I spend time with a lot of people, and once I get to sit and talk with people and they tell me what they want to do, like my ideas just get flowing. I'm like, man, you could do this.
And that's the great part about, you know, talking with other people and teamwork. You
know,
you never know what you're gonna build, man.
But that's
that's why you can't be stubborn and closed-minded, because you just don't know what other people have to offer, man.
Exactly. And that's why I'm getting out the house more, like even popping up to that show. It was mad cold outside. I'm like, man, we gonna go, and I'm like, yo, like I gotta go to the show, and like I got to connect with you, and I got to connect with other artists. I got to perform. People hear me singing, rap, and you know what I mean. And then we got like fire pictures and stuff like that. It's like, man, like nah. It's like all I have to do is, you know, understand that social media is a powerful tool, but that's not the end all be all. And the fact that if I pop out,
still gotta go up in person. Yeah.
You
still gotta show up in person to places.
Taller in person. You see when we meet, like
yeah, I can't use that rap line, but you can use that. That's all you, man. 5'9", I can't. Actually, I might be. Some people might think I'm tall in person. They might think I'm 5'4". You know, I don't know. So. I could technically use it, but that's nuts. Lizzle4, y'all.
Ocean View out now.
Hell yeah, man.
God bless you guys. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope you guys tune in.
Happy to have you on, man. For real,
man.
for real.
And
shout out to Jake from No Depth Collective for having us use his place, man. For real,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. Shout out to Rose over there.
Shout out.
That's my bae. We about to take some more trips this year.
Hell yeah.
Take some more flights. Stay tuned. Look on the Instagram.
Stay posted.
Yo, my stories be going crazy, man. I be trying to add lots of my stories and be entertaining and stuff like that for y'all.
I keep it entertaining for them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm real talk. I love life, and I'm mad happy, and I'm mad blessed to be able to have all of these things, you know, that are going on around me to continue to happen. And I don't know why God chose me. I don't know if it's because I made the song Chosen. Like, I don't know what it is, but
it's something, man. It's that good energy, bro.
Yeah, you know, and you know, we're just gonna keep pushing every day, try to get better, try to continue to improve. Try to continue to, you know, keep learning, and, you know, just keep counting the blessings every day, and understand that we're here for a reason, and it may not be right now, it may not be next year, the year after, but as long as we keep pushing, we're going to keep achieving goals. We're going to keep being able to come on amazing podcasts, you know, keep having these type of opportunities to really speak and go out there and touch the people. So, yeah, one day at a time, stay on the grind, you know, just got to keep going for mine.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, we'll end it on that note, bro. For real.
Yep.
Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Lizzle4.